the base was, years ago, revelations or experiences were coming. I will not say no to her, it can come to anyone. And at that time, it was always so convincing and so strong that the one who got it thought it's it. It is liberation. Now, to encourage her to at least remain in some state rather than in a worldly context, she has been encouraged there, to stay there at least. So, after years, she heard and she came to know, I shook her enough, so that she sees it is still an experience to somebody. So, still an experience, so it's not it. And so, it has not to be nourished. She can just let it see it, demystify that. Okay, great. It has been done, great. And whatever happened in between, some debt comes, and some very good moments of acute listening. And then yesterday you were there, she expressed unasked for, something comes to her. She's very quiet, and like she said several things, 3 things were there. I keep one, that she saw that she doesn't belong to space and time. But there were 3 different, as strong like that. So it comes to her, she tells me it's not an experience, it goes, she doesn't need to keep it also, she's quiet. Okay. So she tells me like that, 3 things, and I could not react. And I know she liked to have some reaction, but there was no reaction. For the simple reason that I could see that the mechanism is the same as before. The only thing which changed and which makes her think it is a radical change is that instead of having experiences of bliss or energy, so experiences of nearly physical experiences with the body or even the mind in her fantasies, now she gets philosophical experiences, conceptual experiences. You see, when you speak of time and space, or of, I forgot, but it was the same. So there was some kind of a deepening in her way to experience. And she cannot recognize it's an experience. I can agree yes and no, because if I ask her, but how do you know that? She has to reply, it's me. But she's not there, it's just to tell that one can deepen things. It doesn't mean, and it is very radical, it can change your visions, you see, not to be the victim of the life anymore, but to make your own life and so on. It changes you deeply. But it can be also because of insights. It's not necessarily because of freedom. But the tricky thing here is that she doesn't feel it's an experience. So it looks like freedom. So I would have loved to convey her that surely there is a big difference than before, still in the consciousness. Doesn't matter, I can tell her anyway. I don't know if you contact that. Le registre, how you would say, the register? The register has changed.
The level.
The level?
Yeah, register. Yeah. Computer you have also.
But not the mechanism.
I was sitting next to her yesterday when we had dinner in the pizzeria, and we spoke a bit about her experiences in the past, when she was with Papaji.
Yeah. Oh, she's still on that.
Yes. So
It's a good introduction.
She was very.
I am so and so. Yes.
She was very enthusiastic about this memory.
Still.
Yes.
Proof than what I say.
Yes, but she said then that she said then that she never was so concentrated on satsang, and that it is that she changed with you a lot. Her approach, or I don't know. It's delicate to repeat what she said, but she said she was very frustrated about not being able to go in these experiences anymore.
But how you see? When you have seen, let me. Attachment is still there, you see.
Somehow I can't imagine to have an experience without an experiencer.
Yeah, that's right.
This is, I can't imagine to say I live this or that and then, but it's not me who experienced this. For myself, I'm very aware, and this is somehow, it looks like this is what is not changing. The experiences are changing, sometimes like this, sometimes good, sometimes bad, whatever. But what is always there is the experience. In a way, this is.
If you don't take the experience as meaningful for reality, I don't know if you would. It would be the same for the owner of the experience. If you can take the experience not for reality, then the owner of the experience is also not taken for reality.
But what is reality?
When you remove what's not real, the question will not be said, it is reality. You don't need to know what's liberation, you see. You just need to remove what you think is real and it is not. And then the fact of reality is such that it speaks by itself. That's what I say. Even, you see, I don't belong to space and time, and so reality doesn't need to say so. The fact of reality speaks by itself. That are amazing glimpses you can get on the way. It's part of the, I would say it's part of the journey to see that, and that shakes your so-called identification of the known. Suddenly you have a glimpse, oh yeah, I really don't belong. Okay, it's perfect, but as I say, it's not because insight is true that it is that liberation. I think this has to be heard. It's very important. Many things are true, what is said. Doesn't mean it is liberation. Insights, true insights. And those happen to one who is somewhere else and gets inside, it dips. Some dip is there. Even the one who's, it's not correct to say so, even liberation being there, who will care to say I belong or don't belong to space and time? Even he would say differently. Of course I belong to space and time, and I don't belong to space and time. For example, you see, there is no need to define always. If you have this compulsion to define always, it means there is a fear to be lost still, you see, which is also true if you are I, if you are somebody. There is this going on, that's true.
This point, I mean, then really it's necessary to have a master who points out this, otherwise by himself he never would see this.
I believe so. I believe.
Then he say, okay,
I believe you need a
me.
master. Sure, I do believe so. With exceptions always, but I. How can you know otherwise? You see, if you are so convinced, you need somebody else to explode your conviction. How can you?
Do you need life experience or experiences to get this liberation?
What?
Do you need life experience or experiences to get this liberation? You need an experience, yes. An experience? What kind of? Maybe any? Maybe any? Tell me one experience of yours.
Singing very loud in my car.
Okay, doesn't matter. I'm singing very loud in my car, yeah? Did you ever question who is singing? No. So any experience will do. Who is singing? And whatever answer you can tell, it's not that. Good luck for the journey. Yes. Of course, whatever you can utter, it is not that. Even suffering?
What if there comes something, there comes some moment which feels deeper, and there is for me like the feeling like to really meet the eye. That's so why it's not that. What next?
What's next? Meet the eye and then question it. You can question before. Who feels nearer the eye? It's the same, no?
This is mine.
You see, actually this question, it is to outroot that feeling or that conviction you are glued to eye, that you are on the eye. Is to shake that conviction, which is deeply rooted. It's the root of everything. So of course, it's quite something. And if you are far away, as you say, you must have had before far away experiences from eye. Now you feel it's getting near eye.
Yeah.
It's only when you get near eye that you can really start to hear, to question the eye. It's the only progress, I would say. It is no progressive way. You see, in that way. You hear better because you feel you get near when you are less crowded.
Yeah.
Yeah, in that way. We're not asking these questions. So you must have been dropping, or by itself things have been dropped.
Something is
Yeah,
changed,
yeah.
but
There is a switch.
still.
Maybe. But because of that switch, we have another conversation.
But when for me it's like really a joy
Yeah.
to see how to say the center of this, who is experiencing this, and
And also, you know, it gives you a clarity and you start to understand better the whole thing, this universe, this mind, this world. Of course, it's of the great joy. You are less in ignorance in a natural way. You know, it's not so obvious, at least when one starts the search, even for some time, that everything rises because I rises. Nobody is really aware in the beginning that I is the root cause of the whole thing. the search, the convictions, the concepts, the let it go, the whatever. And once you really see that, because there is no escape, it's quite a finding. And from there, I think, then that everything starts from the simple fact you say I see or I don't see. You have still to find out. Je. It's more me. Yeah, but who says me?
Yeah.
You will see. You really try to, if you like, but try to be aware more that there is no escape. Always from I first. It's amazing. Even if you don't utter it. But then if you ask who knows that,
Yeah, I know, but the thing is when I'm trying, I'm scared.
but we don't stop there. Let you be scared, then what? Ask Silk. Who is scared?
It's me, I know.
Then it's I. Say I, because me is still a bit mine, me. Huh? Yes. Satisfied? Contented? There was not much then.
Well, there's always more stuff to come.
Maybe not.
Ganga, if we can't question the I, is it also because our background is total fantasy from where we can't know what it means to question the I? Is it that we have no idea what it means to question the I?
Yeah. But first of all, the mind is always going for the outside, no? To make your personality, to know, to explore the world, you have always, or in the contrary, one pushes the parents or whatever, pushes to outside, know more, go and see, explore, make your experience. So first you have to make a good eye strong, and maybe this eye will find some fire, some I don't have a good English, what a pity. What is it? Gap. And there a search starts, and then he may hear question who you are. Yeah, it's of course.
Because everybody here seems to have his own fantasy bubble where he comes always up with. And he seems not to change much also with this, I mean, what I can see. A similar structure is always throughout.
But the structure will be similar as long as the eye remains, but the bubble can be lighter. Can just be seen as nothing also. Really? At any time. Huh? It's not that you have to empty this bubble up to the max. You have to, paradoxically, you have to up to a certain extent, but don't expect to do it up to the end. It will not help. I say that because, for example, when I met my master and I recognized him, it's because I got a tremendous experience. But my mind was still crowded with so many beliefs and whatnot. So my interpretation of the experience has been twisted. And in that way I had to make a journey to clean it up, this mind with so many concepts. Otherwise, I think the same experience later would have been just that. So you need a clear mind up to a certain extent, because it will be of no end to clarify the mind, of course, but there's something there. Yeah. Very interesting. That's why you see those people who get often, they say, enlightened out of the blue. I have seen many of them. They had to read books or hear what happens to me, and then they recognize and so on. But what? It means their mind was not empty enough to just keep quiet. They question and they needed confirmations and whatnot. Already that means it is a glimpse.
It's a peep.
Because what is a glimpse? If one was emptied enough, it could be that. But because he's not emptied enough, the eye comes back, because he comes back to the bank. He has many things still to do or whatever, or to know, or to be curious about that. And then he makes it a glimpse. It is his fake interpretation of the whole thing. Because when you think, you see, to take a cup of coffee, to be seated here, all is that. All is the expression, since it can be described, of what we don't know, but of that. So if we find it is, we have to question that, because it cannot, this cannot be that, it's the mind, no? Which is on the way. Those experiences of bliss, for example, or joy, or knowledge, or... The thing is, the mind may think it is that, and so wants to fix that state to be all the time that. But if the mind was free enough, it would say, okay, this is there, and when next it is the contrary, it is this also there. So he doesn't need to say it's bliss Satchitananda. It is Sat Chit Chit and Ananda. Ananda, you know, it's the whole thing.
Such a shit.
Somehow, because many people get stuck there in bliss and whatever, I almost developed an aversion
Yeah.
against that. So
Yeah.
I'm very curious.
Oh, please.
Somehow I don't feel at all attracted to bliss.
No. Sure?
Maybe I will speak differently as soon as I have tasted it. But from here I would say I'm not attracted. I don't want to stop at bliss. Only bliss. Yeah.
I had the same like you, but it was with love. I don't know why this love made me mad. Because everybody at that time was speaking of love, and there was something with me and the love. I'm still
Try
I'm
to
still
avoid
very
this word,
well. No, I avoid it because it is impossible to speak of love. But I have not this rebellion and demystifying love and all that. So it's beautiful, but it was too much. I saw there was something fake in it. Not like bliss. So you see, when you are free, you can speak of love and bliss, but there is not a charge of this is it. This is the smelling thing.
Yeah.
So it's not charged. It's just.
Even in the scriptures they describe if somebody collects enough positive karma, he ends up in the realms of gods, and then he sits there in bliss and happiness forever.
Burn them, please. Burn them. Scriptures.
So therefore, I mean, they see themselves after a few thousands of years that it's not it to sit in bliss all the time.
Odera, right? You saw them? They write it?
Yeah, I read it.
That's rare. It's a good
No, it was
scripture.
even in yoga philosophy I was coming across that.
What they write?
They say it's not bliss also.
No, they got bored after a few thousand years of sitting in bliss in the godly realms.
Yeah, it is true.
Yeah. So
They start to
they
think.
also
They start to think.
saw that it's not about collecting. Huh?
What happened?
I didn't get so far.
I want to know.
See, it's not much known, those stories. They are not so much known. It's true. In Zen, they are.
No, they say that you have to reborn and search for the master that they like.
Ah, yeah? When you are too blissful.
Yes.
Anyway, I think in this group, nobody is so blissful.
No danger.
Don't get a chance.
We have many others.
We are in this.
We have been, many of us, and I belong to those I speak about, we have been really misled by this Satchitananda, as if it was really, okay, if you attain that, it is a sign of liberation. It was like that. And today, I have, it's hard for my mind to even see the slightest interesting sentence here that. Because it can happen, you can have any experience. No, you know, after that it can happen. It can happen. There is nothing which is a sign of it. Absolutely nothing. I wanted to say except, but I wonder if it stays, si ça tient la route. If it is okay. Let me continue and then I will see myself. I would have said except that the questions about all this affair is completely vanished. Whatever happens to the eye. Oh, it's a big thing. It's a big thing. The life is easy, the life is not easy, this, that, etc. doesn't make you search again, oh, I may not be in the, freed from illusion because this is there and I experience this thing. Something there must have been vanished, not so that the search doesn't start again. And I heard my master with those indications, and for some reason, in a natural way, I also indicate in the same way, pointing out what it is not, so that you can realize that. Because it is because of my master, the indications of my master, that this has been possible. So in this very strange impossibility, some indications can be good sticks. We sought my master, we sought sticks of my master. Never. It would have been possible. Voilà. He was so strong about there is no sign, there is no trace, you cannot recognize, there is no effort to do, there is, you see, whatever you express is not that, and so strong, and it's so true. Auntie.
Yes, Auntie Marcel.
He said I was a Barbie. Barbie? He said, how can I believe a Barbie? Long ago. Who was you? Of course, me too. I would never have followed such a woman. I needed a real, looking like at least a real one.
but funnily, when there was one point in my life when I was really at the end somehow in total despair, and then I sent kind of prayer to the heavens, and I was in that moment imagining a woman which should help me.
Ah, yeah?
It was the first time that I imagined a woman.
Yeah, a possibility. Yeah, the scriptures never so far imaginable. Well, in Tripura Rasya, the wife of the king was his master. But it's not a known scripture.
I like the stick that you said of Papaji not to land on anything.
Yeah.
And that's been good for me.
Yeah.
Showing me the refined things that when I pay attention, then I want to land on.
Very good. Very good.
Also, I have the urge for liberation comes really strong at times and dies down, but it's very, a mental I want, and it's a very landing place.
Okay.
And that's,
Can you not land anywhere?
it seems like the I doesn't, it's still the I.
So land there then. If there is a slightest identification, this landing will not trouble you. In the contrary, at some point, it will shake the eye. But of course, don't land there. I mean, I don't want to give you that pill, comfortable pill also. But don't throw the stick of desiring freedom before it happens. You understand? Don't throw the platform, the landing, or the stick of desiring freedom before it is here. Yeah. Otherwise, you see anyway, if you still believe your experience, you are not freedom itself, then you land on I all the time. Why?
I don't know anything else.
It's just a landing.
I have a question that disturbs me, and I would like to expose it. And I really find it disturbing. Yeah, I really find it disturbing.
Okay,
yeah, and that is that I know deeply that this is not the direction when it's about liberation. Yeah, it's. But things like therapy or ayahuasca experiences, it's life is like that it comes to me with this for the moment, like offering me.
Okay.
And I have had one experience with ayahuasca. That was before I came here. And it was a very interesting and certainly deeply entertaining experience. Yeah.
I believe so.
and I also did the family constellation, and because I had like my mind easily get caught by this because I had a very heavy family story, and I was wanting to look in this direction. And it was for me the experience was like it was really troubling up the mind only, like steering a lot up in the mind.
Yes,
and,
sure.
and
Good, you know,
yeah, and also like certainly I can say this can be endless, you know. I mean, I can clean out this, I can fix that, I can clarify this, and my hook was maybe there can be a compassionate act in it to liberate some old stuff, you know, whatever idea, you know. But it came like this, and now certainly since I'm here, it all looks really absurd, you know,
absurd regarding liberation.
Absurd or in vain somehow. I mean, honestly, I mean, even so now, if I may talk, this ayahuasca experience was like you were there all the time. You know, it was only about satsang. It was only about who am I. You know, and it was an incredible thing. You know, like, and I certainly must say that all what I saw and all what was there was just exactly in the realm of consciousness and nothing else, you know, and it's not going anywhere else. It's not, you know, and I believe anybody saying it's a lie, you know, it's not true. And it cannot, you know, and
it cannot.
And so why doing it again, you know, why? I mean, it can be there ultimate and endless tunnels to go in, and there is.
And after ayahuasca you will see something else is better.
I mean, I think even I'm clear about it. It disturbed me, you know.
But what is the question? It is very good what you say. Because at least it's very good because I have the same opinion. Okay. But I have the same opinion.
I mean.
And so what's the question?
Well, is there anything? I mean, what is actually my question? I
maybe you wanted to ask what I think of that?
No, not even. No,
it's so clear.
Yeah, it's clear for me. I just feel. I want to tell you.
Okay.
And also, I mean, there is a temptation maybe in the idea I might get a better eye, you know, or a more clean eye, you know, or more whatever. But actually, I'm basically indifferent. It's not.
Well, if you want, instead of a good drink, you want to take. You know, the thing is, I've nothing against those things too. I know that in general it is taken because there is still some juice and exploration and what some believe. Even too, there is subtle there. Otherwise, you see, according to your temperament, sometimes you cannot help to have some intense moment of this and that. But what my point is, not to mistake, not to be deluded for what it brings you. What you describe, it's absolutely
so
true.
Now suddenly I see my question. Actually, that the question is if I feel there is some attraction or something that a certain juice, you know, exactly the word you use that. So that is maybe a sign that there are some hidden stuff in the corner somewhere or some, I don't know.
I tell you, 2-3 years ago I took a very strong bang. The bank of the Ganga because it was Shivaratri And oh, why not? I know I will enjoy, and
Yeah,
I know also which realms it takes me to.
Yeah.
And oh, let's have a good fun. We had a great fun, I tell you. 2-3 days. I could not come back.
Yeah.
But you see, so I could say the same. Maybe there was there still a desire to.
Yeah.
But in that case, for example, it was really for great fun, and also circumstances were such
Yeah.
for a different fun.
Yeah. Different fun.
But I never had the slightest background or intention that it may give me something more, or it may give me some new insight that would, give my realization a bit more. No.
Yeah, that was there for me still. When
But then now you know.
before I came here, it was still. I was kind of.
But still there was some. Who knows?
Maybe who knows? My goodness, who knows?
Yes.
If, and
Especially it is said so, huh?
Yeah. And that's not there anymore. Because
What you say to me, it's not there anymore. So I just tell you, when it is not there, slightest intention is part of the.
yeah.
But my point is to be clear, to put things at the proper place. Okay. It's there. Nothing more than what you said. That for me it's very clear also.
Yeah.
And I explored a bit that. I tell you, I also why not saw, but it's nothing more than what you said. That's true. Because you see, the consciousness, as I say always, has so many levels, and of course those stuff bring you in levels you don't visit normally. So it's a big thing. Okay. But it is in the consciousness.
Yeah.
And generally those who take that, very rarely I would say they take it as I said. There is still something, if I explore there, it will bring something, but in a way more than simply, it's still consciousness. Or mind.
Yeah, because in that sense it's completely in vain. Completely.
In that sense it's vain. Well, I have the same experience.
So now that disturbs me no more.
No.
So.
And I think it was good you did, because you were not sure after all. And for some reason, I feel you saw things at the proper place. It doesn't take off, it doesn't add anything. It's just part of
all those realms.
But it will not help you for liberation. That is for certain. If you take that often, is that you see those experiences are very addictive. Very addictive. And it gives that flavor of liberation, or whatever you put in it. If you want that, it will give you that. If you want something else, something else. But it gives, and so unconsciously also, you like to repeat that or to revisit what you have seen, which looks so true, or so free, so liberating. In that way, it is, but it has to be seen by yourself. it was very interesting because I had an example of a yogi I knew very well, and he took LSD. At that time it was LSD, and it did nothing to him. He was a yogi, nothing to him. I mean, and the disciple put a very strong LSD, especially not telling him, because nothing. So when I took, I was years later, it was not connected to him, but I remember that. So I was wondering, well, it will show me where I stand probably. And it did a lot. A lot, oh my God.
But you sure it really didn't do anything to him? I mean, it was...
I think so.
Because it's the same story with Nim Karoli Baba, this famous story. Same thing, which somehow I always doubted, I don't know why.
Yeah, but you know, for my story it's good it didn't do anything for him.
Yeah.
I was inclined to maybe believe as he was a yogi and detached and maybe have a control that much, he worked with his prana, whatever, let's say at the best.
Okay.
So when I took it and it did a lot to me, but then I saw, it was not that so long ago, so I can speak. It was the first bang with Raman in Australia.
Oh yeah. I was.
You were there. I saw it did a lot to me, but then what? It didn't change. Actually, there was no. It was working in the consciousness is the mind only. So what is there that it does nothing or it does? I mean, it was quite, I saw that yogi was really identified because he was proud, in an humble way, but he was very proud to say, I've not been touched. So what? Then what? Doesn't matter. Even if the mind is touched, then what? You see?
Yeah, exactly.
So it was very interesting. So for the story it was important.
No, by the way, now the new drug is called TM. It's some scientists discovered that when one leaves the body, there is a certain molecule which the brain releases only when you leave the body. So they're doing it now,
And it gives bliss.
I have no idea. I've never tried. No, it gives you out of the body for completely out of the body, but apparently big time. The people are really addicted to it. So it's the only and it's for 20 minutes or 25 minutes in time, but everybody of course visited eternity according to the story.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
It's only for a few seconds, I think.
Or maybe even I think 15 minutes.
Oh wow!
If you take the month, you stay there
So
forever.
that's the next, you see.
So yeah, you don't say what's the next. So this is the next one. Yeah.
Yeah. And experiences, why not explore? Explore that. In the brain?
Yeah, that's the. I've never experienced. I just heard this.
And who is out of the body? Who is that?
Yeah, I have no idea.
A
They
molecule?
don't ask who.
I'm going to ask who there. But it's a very. Those people who do ayahuasca in Byron Bay, it's very popular. By the way.
Oh, let's go this way.
Very popular.
Who is leaving the body?
I don't say not to do it, I just say what it is. You see, you have to see by yourself also things.
Ça avec les longs pieds, comme ça.
Master told a sentence which I could never forget because it is so logical and more than that. Whatever as a cause cannot be liberation. Whatever comes from a cause can never be liberation. It's a good guideline. That's why also the indications in Satsang are good indications, but very rarely somebody frees himself in Satsang. So nobody knows what works. And still, it's done.
You know, this question the other day. What prevents you from liberation right now and here? Actually, well, I have somewhere I believe it cannot happen in satsang. Satsang is where I listen. Where
that's true.
And there will be just this great moment at one point, you know, which of course is postponement on just the concept and all of this, you know. But like in life, there has been moments like this before, but I didn't know, you know. I haven't been in satsang before, you know, so so the mind was totally troubled and confused and didn't know at all. Well, but all this certainly is just an idea, of course. but
we swim among our ideas.
Yes, that's.
You see, here it is. Here it is. But the mind expects something like, I don't know, a big ayahuasca thing even more. And so he misses it, the moment. There is no preparation, it's just here. When the mind is not thinking of something, of this. You see, it's typical the mind. Somebody asked Gangaji in the beginning, what Papaji did to you or something. And she replied, since I met him, I live my ordinary life in an extraordinary way. It's typical the mind. You see, the mind conceives the freedom in those terms, cannot go out of that, or it is because the emphasis was on extraordinary, and she cannot deny that she is still taking breakfast and all, so she wanted to be somehow honest, so this was the best way to put it. But it's not You have not to live your ordinary life in a blissful way. There is a stage where you cannot help but to speak of the life in just and exactly in those terms, not like before. And you can be sure, if you can hear it, that it's not suppressing the word, otherwise it will not work. But if you cannot do otherwise than to speak of the life, it's something there too much. I saw it also with myself at some point. Life is a flow, and you know, all these experiences. You lead, you are no more victim, you are this, and more than that even. Life is open. You say yes to the life. Right? Okay, it's another level than ordinary way to live. But it's too much to speak of the life. It's too much. But don't go into suppression also, because it will not work. If it comes, it comes. But be aware that this is of too much. All this because Nisargadatta also spoke, but when he speaks it is different. He said, no? Yeah, he said that sentence.
In between my life.
No, tell again.
No, I don't remember.
Love tells me life is full.
No.
If I am,
Love tells me I'm everything.
What?
Love tells me I'm everything.
yeah.
It's not that.
No?
And knowledge
No,
tells
it's
me I'm
something-
nothing, and
yeah.
between
It's
those
something.
two.
When I know that I'm nothing,
Yeah. When
nothing, I can't. Oh God, I can't remember.
It's love.
That
is wisdom.
hopeless.
something
Between
like
these two, I have my being. And I know that bit.
No.
But I know that I
No,
am.
between these two,
My life flows.
life
Yeah.
But
Yeah. Knowledge tells me I'm nothing. Love
Yeah.
tells me I'm
Yeah.
Everything. That's it. Something
In
like that.
between.
Yeah.
my
And in
life.
between these,
flows.
life flows or whatever.
Which is beautiful. I love it. I should have said it. So, basta, enough of speak a lot.
You speak a lot.
Yeah. Something is not right. You cannot zap. You may not zap it. It's okay. Ay, ay, ay. That subject makes you very talkative, you know, sometimes for nothing. Sometimes it makes you silent. And I'm alone.